Since the beginning of time, humanity has looked up at the sky with fear and admiration. But humanity did not only fear the lightning or the storm, it feared the hand that wielded them. In the myths of every civilization, power takes shape through impossible relics. Steel forged in the heart of dying stars, wood carved from the world tree, and blades bathed in the blood of primordial monsters. These are not simple tools of war. They are the pillars that hold up the order of the cosmos, or the keys that will open the gates of the apocalypse. These are 25 weapons and relics from legend and mythology. Number 1. Fragarak. The Answerer. That was the name given to this sword. Owned by Manannán mac Lir, and, in some traditions, also by Lugh, the god of light. It was a weapon with a will of its own, and an ability that terrified kings. No one could lie beneath its shadow. If the tip of the sword was placed against a man's throat, he was forced to speak the absolute truth without holding anything back. It was also said to be capable of cutting through any steel, and the wind itself obeyed its wielder. Number 2. Turfing. Turfing was forged by the dwarves Dvalin and Durin under threat, and as the price of their freedom they cursed it. Every time it was drawn, it had to kill someone. There were no exceptions. You could try to put it away. You could try to be virtuous, but turfing demanded blood. This sword was incredibly bright, shining like a ray of sunlight, but that light was a deception. It brought ruin to every bloodline that possessed it, becoming the ultimate symbol of greed and a cursed legacy. Number 3. Sudarshana Chakra. Imagine a disc spinning faster than thought itself, capable of cutting through the very fabric of the universe. It is said that it can follow an enemy until the end of time, across dimensions, ignoring every obstacle until its task is complete. It represents Dharma in action. Once the wheel of destiny begins to turn, nothing can stop divine justice. Number 4. Amenonuhoko. The heavenly jeweled spear. It is not used for war among humans, but for the manipulation of the raw matter of the world. The gods Izanagi and Izanami plunged it into the oceanic chaos that was the earth in its beginnings, and by stirring the waters and pulling the spear back, the drops of salt that fell from its tip formed the islands of Japan. It is a weapon that defines geography. A single movement of its tip can create continents or erase them. Before we continue with the video, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed, liked the video, and left a comment. It really helps the channel grow. Number 5. The Keris of Empu Gandring. The Keris of Empu Gandring is not famous for saving kingdoms, but for cursing them. According to the tradition recorded in the Pararaton, Ken Arok commissioned this dagger from the blacksmith Empu Gandring, but took it before it was finished and used it to murder its own creator. Before dying, Empu Gandring cursed the weapon, announcing that Ken Arok and several of his descendants would die because of that blade. Number 6. Gandiva. This is the celestial bow given to Arjuna by Agni, the god of fire. It is not made of wood or common metal, but of a divine substance that makes it as heavy as a mountain to anyone who is not a hero of royal blood. Along with Gandiva, Arjuna received 2 inexhaustible quivers, so his rain of arrows seemed endless. The entire sky could be filled with projectiles because the supply never ran out. In addition, the sound of its string when drawn was like thunder, capable of disorienting and terrifying entire armies before the first arrow even struck. Number 7. Lewin of Kelchar. The Lewin of Kelchar was a spear so dangerous that it seemed to have a hunger of its own. In the tales of the Ulster cycle, it is described as a burning spear, terrible to look upon, associated with heroes who could not treat it like a simple tool. Its fury had to be contained, even cooled down or bathed in poisonous blood, so it would not destroy the man who carried it. It is not an elegant or noble spear. It is a violent presence, almost alive, announcing battle before the fighting even begins, one of those weapons that is frightening even before it touches the enemy. Number 8. joyeuse. The sword of Charlemagne. Its name means joyful, an ironic contrast for a blade that, according to the chronicles, changed color 30 times a day. Embedded in its pommel was the tip of the lance of Longinus. Its brightness was so intense that it outshone the sun, guiding the Frankish troops through the darkness of the barbarian invasions. Number 9. Caduceus. Don't let its modern use as a symbol of medicine fool you. The staff of Hermes is an instrument of absolute control over life and consciousness. Carved from olive wood and entwined by 2 living serpents, the caduceus has the power to induce instant sleep or awaken the dead. Hermes used it to guide souls to the underworld, but in combat, a simple touch from this staff could plunge a god into eternal lethargy or corrupt a warrior's mind until he went mad. Number 10. Pinika. Unlike other bows that require skill, the pinika of the god Shiva requires divine strength. It is so heavy and massive that no one in the universe could even lift it, much less draw its string. When Shiva fired it, the roar was mistaken for the end of the world. A single one of its arrows contained the power to destroy entire cities. It was this bow that Rama broke in a demonstration of superhuman strength, but even its fragments still held an energy capable of shaking the foundations of the earth. Number 11. Crocea Mors. The Yellow Death. That is what Julius Caesar called his personal sword. According to legend, the blade had a lethal property. Any man wounded by it, even with a superficial scratch, would inevitably die. It was not poison, but either a curse or a perfection in its forging that prevented life from remaining in a body marked by its steel. During his invasion of Britain, it is said that the sword became embedded in the shield of Prince Nennius. Although the prince managed to remove it, the wound he received in the process killed him a few days later. Number 12. Turtle Claw Crossbow. Known as Lian Nu, this siege weapon was given to King Anduang Vuong by a divine golden turtle. What makes it lethal is not its size, but its firing mechanism, made from the turtle's own claw, which acts almost like a supernatural projectile multiplier. When a single bolt is fired, the mechanism vibrates in such a way that it divides the projectile into thousands of bronze arrows in mid-flight. This is not a normal volley of arrows. It is a wall of solid metal moving at impossible speed, capable of annihilating entire armies before the enemy can even draw their own bows. Number 13. Hrunting. It was given to Beowulf for his descent into the lair of Grendel's mother. Hrunting was an ancient sword, hardened in blood and tempered with poison. Its edges were decorated with branch-like patterns that recalled the forest where it was forged. Unlike weapons that shine, Hrunting had an inherent darkness. Although it failed against the supernatural skin of Grendel's mother, its story defines it as the pinnacle of human blacksmithing, trying to face something that is not human. Number 14. The Helm of Hades. Forged by the Cyclopes during the Great War against the Titans. Although it does not cut or crush, its effect is deadlier than any sword. The Kyne grants whoever wears it total invisibility, not only from the eyes of mortals, but from the perception of the gods themselves. Hades used it to infiltrate the camps of the Titans and destroy their defenses from within, without being detected. Number 15. Siukhotl. More than a simple spear or sword, Siukhotl is the fire serpent and the personal weapon of Huitzilopochtli, the god of war. When the god was born, already armed for battle, he used Siukhotl to dismember his sister, Coyolxauhqui, and annihilate his 400 brothers. The function of this weapon is that of a burning divine blade. It cuts flesh and seals it at the same time through unbearable heat, turning the battlefield into a slaughterhouse of ash and charred limbs. Number 16. The Harpoon of Horus. At the climax of the war between order and chaos, Horus wields this harpoon to subdue Seth, who is manifested in the form of a hippopotamus. The hippopotamus is not ordinary prey. It is the symbol of uncontrolled brute force, threatening to devour the world. Its bronze tip does not only seek to pierce the thick skin of the beast, but is designed to pin the will of chaos to the bottom of the abyss. It is the instrument of divine architecture, a spear that proves that no matter how massive and dangerous unleashed violence may be, it can always be pierced and subdued by the precision of sacred order. Number 17. Sharanga. The sacred bow of Vishnu is the heavy artillery of the Hindu pantheon, designed to purge armies of demons from astronomical distances. While other bows break under pressure, Sharanga is composed of the cosmic energy of its own wielder. It does not shoot wooden arrows, but bolts of light that travel at the speed of perception. The impact of a Sharanga arrow does not produce a clean wound. The vibration of the string when released is so powerful that it disintegrates the internal organs of anyone within a nearby radius, even if the arrow does not touch them directly. Number 18. Haste Martis. These are the spears of Mars, and they represent the sacred military heart of Rome. Unlike other weapons defined by how much blood they have spilled, the Haste Martis are legendary because of their prophetic resonance. Kept in the Regia, the sacred heart of Rome, these spears did not wait to be wielded before entering combat. When a war was approaching or the state was in danger, the spears would begin to vibrate, tremble, or clash against each other on their racks without anyone touching them. Number 19. Sharur. This is not a mace that simply crushes bones. It is a weapon with a consciousness of its own. Sharur, wielded by the god Ninurta, had the ability to speak and fly autonomously over the battlefield. It acted as both a general and a weapon at the same time. It scouted the terrain, gathered information about enemy movements, and returned to its master's hand to report back. In combat, Sharur could launch flames and release a poison capable of dissolving the flesh of demons. Number 20. Ame no Ohabari. This is the sword that Izanagi used to decapitate his own son, the fire god Kagutsuchi, whose birth burned his mother. It is known as the Sword of the Heavenly Feather. Its blade is impregnated with the blood of the fire god, and from the drops that fell from its edge, 8 other deities were born. The heat emanating from the blade is so intense that it can evaporate entire rivers just by being submerged in them, and its edge cuts through divinity as if it were paper. Number 21. Khalidbolg. The sword of Fergus MacRoich. Its name means hard blade, or ravenous belly. It is said that when Fergus wielded it with both hands, the sword extended like a rainbow of pure energy. In battle, Khalidbolg had the ability to slice off the tops of hills as if they were grass, leaving behind a trail of flat land. It is not a sword for one-on-one duels. It is a weapon of geographic engineering. Its main use was the total demolition of enemy defenses, erasing fortresses and mountains alike with a single circular swing. Number 22. Shamshir-i Zomorodnagar. It was originally owned by King Solomon and later used to hunt the demon Fulad Zera. This sword has a surgical property against the supernatural. Wounds inflicted by its edge cannot be healed by magic, by potions, or by the regeneration of monsters. If a demon is cut by this blade, the wound instantly rots, spreading a spiritual poison that consumes the soul. Number 23. The Bow of Apollo. Unlike the hunting bows of other gods, Apollo's silver bow is a delivery system for plagues. Each arrow fired does not only pierce the chest, but acts as patient zero for a terminal disease. During the Trojan War, Apollo shot arrows of plague into the Greek camp. Men did not die from the impact of the projectile, but from the fever and rot that spread within seconds after the arrow grazed them. It is the weapon of divine biological warfare, silent, invisible, and absolutely unstoppable. Number 24. Gaidiarg and Gaibuida. Diarmuidwadwibne did not carry one spear, but 2, both destined for tactical annihilation. Gaidiarg, the red spear, had a unique function. It was capable of canceling any kind of magic or supernatural protection on contact. It did not matter if the shield had been enchanted by a god or if the armor was impenetrable. The red spear pierced through it as if it were air. Meanwhile, Gai Buide, the yellow spear, left wounds that neither medicine nor magic could close. Whoever was grazed by its tip was condemned to a slow death by bleeding, because the flesh refused to heal, forcing the warrior to watch his life escape through an insignificant scratch. Before we see the last weapon on this list, remember to support the channel by leaving a comment if you want a part 2, subscribing, and liking the video if you haven't already. Also, remember that the channel membership feature helps me a lot in funding this project. Number 25. Chandrahas. The Blade of the Moon. This is the destructive sword that Shiva gave to the demon king Ravana. It is not a blade of tempered steel, but a condensation of solid moonlight. Its edge is so absolute that it is said to be able to cut the fabric of space. However, it came with one condition. If the sword was used for an unjust cause or against an unworthy opponent, it would instantly disappear and return to Shiva's hands.